President Free.
Here.
Vice President Manderson.
Present.
Treasurer Markert.
Here.
Parliamentary Nabar. Senator Abai.
Here.
Senator Adams. Senator Baber. Senator Bami. Senator Barrios.
Here.
Senator Billings. Senator Byram.
Here.
Senator Davis.
Here.
Senator Foss. Senator Freshour.
Here.
Senator Anita Gamarian.
Here.
Senator Romina Gamarian.
Here.
Senator Guy. Senator Hart.
Here.
Senator Hernandez.
Here.
Senator Jamal. Senator Jawad. Senator Johnson.
Here.
Senator Kishore. Senator Luna. Senator Martin. Senator Martinez.
Here.
Senator Medina.
Present.
Senator Miller.
Present.
Senator Musni.
Here.
Senator Rogers.
Present.
Senator Seeley.
Here.
Senator Shelton. Senator Shipley.
Here.
Senator Staley.
Here.
Senator Said.
Here.
Senator Tan. Senator Templeman.
Here.
Senator Tan.
Senator Sanders, okay.
Also here.
Senator Toole.
Here.
Senator Yen.
Here.
And Senator Zerlin.
Anyone, is there any discussion from the minutes from March 24th? All in favor of approving the minutes from March 24th, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. Is anyone here for open forum?
I'm here for open forum.
Correct.
Hello, senators. How we are doing today?
Very good.
Good. Well, fortunately today I just found out that I'm not part of the senator anymore. And you know why? Because I'm running for president. And you know why? Because I was not absent. I was late for 5 minutes to come to this place. I was late for 5 minutes. And the executives here, including the secretary, they decided to take my lateness for 5 minutes and have it as absent. And they take me to a judicial review board and have me to go talk to the review board. That's what these executives are capable of doing. And I'm asking you guys, reasonable people, to come together and reason like students. I have stood up in this house to represent the good of students. The good of students, consistently. I have not come here for my own selfish gain, that I'm asking for something that is just for my own personal benefit. When this house stood and a guy was asking about tobacco-free campers, that he smokes, that he's not going to work for him. I don't smoke myself, but I think this house needs to do a good job in hearing the voice of everybody, regardless of whether you agree or not. But everybody's voice needs to be heard. And that's what I've advocated for on that seat consistently. When she brought the issue of talking about giving condoms and lubricant to people without giving education to abstinence, I asked the question about abstinence, just to have a voice on the other side too. But this house, because I'm running for president, and I'm going to fight this. We're going to talk about this a step further, because I didn't receive my email to show up to the review until Tuesday. For me to show up on Thursday, and that is something that we need to talk about, because you cannot just send an email to someone. Oh, you need to show up this other day. So, and you guys need to go back and clarify the fact that I was late for 5 minutes. I was not absent. Late for 5 minutes, not absent. You need to verify that, and you need to fix that among yourself. Whatever hidden agendas that you might have with this, you need to fix it, because that's not how you, as a human being, that's not how you work. And I'm going to yell this right now. But that's what I'm going to say. I'm speaking loud. I'm not angry with nobody, but this is not how this is done. That's what I'm going to say.
Anybody else for open forum? Is Anna Rivera here? You want to come on up and the speaker's podium?
Just in center or
Where we'd like to stand.
okay. Hi, y'all. I am Anna Rivera, and I am the VP Philanthropy of Alpha Chi Omega. I am not the best public speaker, so ignore me if I get nervous. But I'm here to talk to y'all today about the Mr. Alpha Chi pageant. What it basically is, it's a pageant to help raise awareness for domestic violence. I've gotten in contact with the director of the East Texas Crisis Center, and we have a goal of raising $1,000 for the women's shelter. And so I would like to reach out to y'all if any of y'all would like to compete. It's a male's pageant, so like women can't compete. But it would be awesome to have everyone's support from here. We have multiple events coming up from April 11th through April 15th. And April 15th is the actual pageant. Along with it, we are going to have a silent auction. And what our sisters are doing, we're basically asking a ton of businesses to donate auction items to help us raise at least $1,000 for our goal. And we're also having a candlelight vigil on Monday, and I'm trying to get as many people to come. And yeah, if you would like to sign up, if you're interested to compete, just DM Mr. Alpha Chi on Twitter, or you can email me. And yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Anyone else here for speakers podium? All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's good to see some people here. Continue to remind people about elections, and I know Vice President Vandershands will talk more about the dates and the events that are going along with that. But if you still need a candidacy meeting, if you haven't gotten one yet, find a time to set up with me, email me, set up a time. If you know of anybody that's running and hasn't had a candidacy meeting, have them email me, and either Jacob or I will set the time with them to meet. You cannot campaign at all without, or officially at least, without having a candidacy meeting. So other than that, I don't have anything. Thanks for being here today. I know we have a busy day, so Vice President Vandershands.
All right, so first off, the Senator of the Month. I know this is for February, and I know it's the end of March. And so this is for February, this is for Miles Zierlin. So come on up, Miles. Congratulations. All right, congratulations. Go take a seat. So we'll take a picture. We'll take a picture afterwards. I'm sure you did. So we'll probably have another Senator of the Month next week. So Miles, we'll enjoy your week. So we apologize for doing that so late. So, moving on to business. The presidential debate is April 8th at 1 p.m. in Admin 127. We will be posting things on social media about that and get that out to your constituents to have them come and see that. We are working on a list of questions and moderators, which will be confirmed next week. The midnight breakfast is April 11th. It's going to be mandatory from 9:30 to 12 a.m. For the midnight breakfast. Notice 9:30 instead of 10. I need that half an hour for you guys to be there, and I can discuss things with you to get it set up and all of that. The antivirus info table, April 12th and 13th. That's going really well. That's all set up, good to go. Election polling, same, April 12th and 13th. The Glow Rage Paint Party, April 15th. Notice on there 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's mandatory. That is for setup time. So I need you guys there for that. And it's recommended that you guys go on from 9 p.m. when it starts until it finishes. I figure if you want to set up, you probably want to be there for it as well, although that is up to you. Anything else? I won't be here next week. I'm going to a recruitment conference in Dallas, so I miss you guys deeply. Let's see, what else?
And we'll miss him.
Yes, of course. So, of course. And last thing, the last meeting of our semester will be on April 28th. And that will be our banquet, our SGA banquet. So I'm working on food ideas, and I'm working on a list of activities that we can do during that time. We want to have some sort of formality, but at the same time have some fun, as it will be our last semester. So feel free to get with me about that. And besides that, that's all I have. Thank you.
Any questions? Secretary Srinivasan.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to see everyone here. I actually don't have much for you guys. I'm just working on midnight breakfast flyers, which I'll be speaking about during Communicates Community, but that's it.
Treasurer McCurt.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. I want to start off by reminding everybody, even though we are getting close to the end of the year, remember to talk to your classmates and tell them that these meetings are open to all students. I just met him today, and we just struck up a conversation when we were waiting for our class to start, and he didn't know that SGA's meetings were open to all students. I think that that's something that we can all work on is getting the word out that these meetings are open to everybody and to encourage involvement with the community, because college is what you make it. So I think it's important to be involved, and so just try to get that word out there. What I've been up to helping Michelle Hughes prepare for the Student Service Fee Committee meetings that are going to start very soon now as we're getting towards the end of the year. SGA has already submitted their budget for that. We submitted that weeks ago. And so I'm meeting with her tomorrow to kind of figure out how the meetings are going to run. Other than that, I don't have anything else.
Any questions? Parliamentarian DeBoer.
I don't have a lot either. Just, keep on reminding your constituents that elections are coming up. This is a very important election, so make sure you get the word out there. I'll be sending out an email hopefully by Monday with all the dates of the presidential debate, midnight breakfast, and when the polls will be open. And then on the side, I'll try to put when our General Assembly are, so in case other students are interested in coming, they can come then. And also, just to add on to our last banquet, our SGA banquet, that's when the new senators and new officers will be sworn in. So the 28th is kind of a good day for us to meet the new senator as well and kind of like guide them into what we do as SGA.
Any questions? No? All right. Thank you. Student voice reports. Student body at large. You guys have anything for us this week?
I haven't heard any large complaints or anything, but I think people are still interested in the Blue Book Scantron dispensary idea. So I'm going to look into that and see if that can be a reality or not.
Senator Paper.
Yeah, so this is something that in biology, I'm a student body at large, but in biology, the BEP, we don't have a printer there. And I know that psychology has one down the hall, but they've, since I think the past year, they locked it up so that only psychology majors can use it. And so I thought about doing it as like a senator project, but I'm not really sure how it goes year to year in terms of the funding. If there are other ways of getting a printer just put in there that people can use their cards to swipe. I talked to some of the professors in biology as well, and they weren't really aware of like any funding that they could get from the department or whatever to get. It really just needs to be a printer there. The biggest thing is that keeping upkeep from year to year of like just printing the ink or whatever and paper. So I don't know if anyone has done anything with that in the past, but I'd be interested in maybe seeing some ways to go about addressing that. So I don't know who would I talk to with that. Anybody?
So I've been working for, I don't know, 2 years now, on trying to get a printer in the UC by Subway. And so I wanted to do this back when I was a senator a long time ago, and I thought about doing it as a senator project, but you're right, the upkeep and the recurring cost, that's something difficult. And also you need to also have somebody that mans the printer and refills the paper and the ink. So I ended up getting with Ashley Wilson, who's kind of over the UC, and so now she's kind of heading that operation to get a printer. We built a little desk next to the computers by Subway, and we have computers on campus, but they're accidentally delivered to the library and set up in the library. So now they're trying to find those computers. It's a whole big mess, and it has been a mess, but we are working on that. So for you, I would recommend contacting maybe the dean or whoever is in charge of that building, because that's what I did for Ashley, and she has money in her budget that was able to do that. And so that would be my recommendation to you.
I would also reach out to Patriot Printing. Print shop in the first world library and see if they have any recommendations. Anytime the third floor printer in the UC goes down, that's who I contact for repairs or account issues.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, so I'm in the student body at large, but I also live at Eagles Landing and work there. And a big thing at Eagles Landing is the dog feces everywhere. So something that a lot of students and workers, like a lot of people that I've heard, we have all these signs that says, please pick up after your dog, but we have none of those little stations that actually have like little dog bags. So that is something that has been voiced, that maybe we should get these on the facilities that allow pets, which are Pines and Eagles Landing. I'm kind of looking into it as a center project, but just voicing it now too. In the Fine Arts Complex, students were saying that parking, not only, I know parking is an issue period on campus as a whole, but the Fine Arts Complex has extremely limited parking, and it's 90% of it goes to baseball and softball. So students who, commute, they literally have nowhere to park. And even when they have art shows, people who come in to see these artists, they don't know where to park, especially in the spring, because all the parking is full due to games and so on and so forth. I think that's the two big things that I've been hearing from people.
Great, thank you. Anything else from student body at large?
I had a student complaining that the chief of police, Chief Meadows, decided to send out an email to all faculty and staff members about the parking on Monday or last Monday, about them taking 72 parking spots. Well, they didn't email the students, so a bunch of students were late in this class. So the chief of police sent a scathing nasty email to the student, and so now I'm going to follow up and see why.
All right, I was copied on that email as well, actually. Great. Palestine campus, is he with us today? All right. And pharmacy? I don't see that either, but then again, no pharmacy.
No pharmacy.
Is it finals week for them or something? It's test week or something. All right. Well, committee reports, student life.
Is there anything I didn't go over in student life today that you guys would like to clarify? Whoever was in it. Good. We're good.
All right.
That's it.
Communications.
All right, so we did receive the midnight breakfast flyers. We received 650 handbills and 60 flyers. But the problem was that I accidentally didn't realize that I put 12 p.m. instead of 12 a.m. So I just have to go by hand and fix all that. So that will be my Friday tomorrow, fixing all that. But other than that, we'll be posting them up on Monday during our meeting, and then put it on social media. And yeah, that's about it.
Great, thank you. SJC.
All right. So SGA wanted to meet yesterday. We were planning to meet with Senator Rogers and his organization, National Society of Leadership and Success, NSLS. But we couldn't meet because, I don't know, 25 minutes before our meeting time, we had the tornado, end of the earth. We had to and so we weren't able to meet yesterday, but normally we would reschedule, but Senator Rogers has, as the representative, has said that it is not a time-sensitive request, so we will just meet with them next week and we don't have to move anything around, so that's what we're going to do with that.
Great, any questions? Rules Committee?
We met briefly, talked briefly about a certain subject that we probably won't never bring up again, and that's about it.
I'm intrigued, and I also don't want to know at the same time. Student affairs.
We worked more on a essentially fixing and coming up with a new plan for the green team that will be discussed later on this summer.
Thank you. Residential life.
Okay. So I emailed Bob Hessler about the opening up the shop in front of campus, in front of Harvey Bag. And so I'm going to meet with him Monday at 1 p.m. and see how we will go about opening it up. And also, he and Senator Davis discussed about, he came up with the idea of renting out hammocks. So we're looking into that as well. And we'll discuss that Monday when we meet with all that.
Great. All right, thank you. Distance campus.
Just more planning on the trips to the other campuses. It's just the deal with schedules, and we have to get a release form signed for ability to travel and all of that. So it's we're trying to figure out which one we can go to and the timings of it, what we do while on campus. But it's interesting to look at so far.
Great. Anything else?
That's it so far.
All right. Old business.
Motion to discuss proposed bylaw amendments.
Second.
All in favor of discussing proposed bylaw amendments, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any abstentions? You, Rogers.
I'm sorry. As Rules Committee, we don't have to wait 30 days to talk about this. We can talk about this now. So I'm opening it to the floor to discuss this. of what we did.
Any discussion?
So this will go to a vote today. So if there's any issues that you have on the bylaw, am I correct? Any issues that you might have leading up to this meeting regarding our amendments to the bylaws, this is the time to really vocalize that.
That is correct. Anything else? I'm sorry.
Sorry. Voluntary Navarre, do we have to vote today, or is that only if the Senate motions to vote?
If the
And then
Senate motions to vote, I believe.
Can we get a copy of those brought back up on the screen, please?
Is there anything specifically you guys would like to go over, or any clarification that you guys need, or did you want us to read it over? Because these are a lot of amendments that.
I have a question. Can you read the clause in the bylaws that deals with voting bylaws? Or can you, I think it's in the bylaws on voting on the bylaws. Yeah, I just want to make sure we get it correct. I just want to make sure we get it correct.
Just that specific part? The bill shall, can I just read a little bit?
Yes.
Okay. Any voting member of the General Assembly may present an amendment to the bylaws at the General Assembly meeting. The amendment must be then submitted to the Executive Board at least 1 week prior to its presentation in a meeting. Following the motion to amend the bylaws, the motion is immediately tabled without discussion or persuasion until the following meeting. At the meeting following a motion to amend the bylaws, the proposed bill shall be open to discussion, at which any point voting and non-voting members shall have the opportunity to voice their opinions. The bill shall then come to a vote and shall require a 2/3 vote of the Senate to be ratified. The rest is.
I'm interpreting that as it has to be voted on today. Is that correct? That's the vote I would interpret. That's the vote that I would interpret that. Is there in favor?
So is that basically providing way of a faster amendment process over the bylaws?
Yeah, with the bylaw amendments and constitution amendments are a little different. Constitution, you have to table it for 30. Is that what you're asking, like the time period?
But the amendment that was just read, right?
So this was just on the Constitution, how we amend the amendment process.
I was asking for
amendment.
clarification on how it already is. I just want to make sure we follow the process correctly. So from listening to that, I would say that we have to vote on it today because it says it must go to a vote. So, Senator
I
Martin.
have the document at home and it wouldn't show me which ones the changes, so I just want to know like how y'all did that.
Go to review tab and then track changes.
Okay, I didn't get it. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Senator Martin.
Motion to vote on the ratification of the proposed amendments to the bylaws.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Any abstentions? I'll return to Bar.
We're gonna. Really nice we can have what it actually says. Oh. They don't have one in front of them. Even if you already read it. It would be nice. So, I mean, what is section 3 subsection C? What is that? I don't know if it's on my head. Yeah, you go with that. You want to do it research?
Once you're done, there'll be a box up here. Just hold it, drop it.
Hamburger style.
I'm a hamburger and hot dog.
I just don't know. I probably really want to do it, but I don't know what it is.
Doesn't matter. What you gotta give them to me?
Okay, yeah.
And then get a pizza from
Okay, you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, after you vote.
I know, I thought
It's gonna be great for your picture.
But
it looks good, like when you came out, I like the hair, that's a good haircut.
Yeah, thank you.
I motion to recess for 12 minutes.
Second. All in favor of recessing for 12 minutes, please say
Aye.
All opposed?
Resume at 5:40.
5:40.
So recess for 12 minutes.
5:40. No. Oh, thank you.